July right around the corner. The Parkersburg Police Department has some tips to keep you and your family safe. Make sure if you are traveling to always keep a flashlight with you or something to let others know you are on the side of the road. Parkersburg Police Chief Matt Board says if you are leaving things in your vehicle, make sure they are hidden and your door is locked to prevent theft. He also says parking in well-lit areas is another way to protect yourself as well. And remember, if you have fireworks, make sure to use caution.
The main concern is safety. So if you have children that are going to be around fireworks, they might not recognize dangers the parents should recognize. So as you're visiting with family, make sure you're still checking in on your children. Don't let them have access to the fireworks. If the fireworks display is going off, make sure they're there by you.
Chief Board also wants to remind you, if you are drinking, do not drive. There are taxis and other ways of transportation available.